Enterprise Britain, I think any culture, any society has entrepreneurial culture if they weren't suppressed. You find in America, for example, that the black American culture was for years, centuries suppressed. You find not as much entrepreneurial activity within that group of people as opposed to the Indian community or the Pakistani community. I think, fact is, we have an immigrant culture here, and they are the best entrepreneurs. Because entrepreneurship is about freedom, about the obsession of being free, about being master or mistress of your own, life and your own identity. Attached to that, a huge work ethic, which immigrant cultures have. My parents were, Italian economic immigrants, and life was no more complicated than love and work. And you worked from 10 years old, working in our mum's cafe, and so on and so forth. And so there is a culture here by nature of the entrepreneurial groups coming in. There is not a culture of really understanding creativity. And it's spoken about in 101 ways, but you can see it in the same sort of like homogenous retailing that's going on around. Everything is doing. We're all, the high streets are as boring as you can imagine. They're monuments, as is the malls, to non-communication. They're just one ubiquitous brand after another, and people are yearning for a different way. So I don't think we've got a culture that looks for the creative impulse and then finds it and shapes it in our educational system to becoming an honourable livelihood. We don't even have the word livelihood anymore, and enterprise, and we just look at these young kids of 16 years old and say, these are business studies. They're only doing business studies so they don't want to do bloody physics.